Join us on our wild journey as we navigate some truly horrible roads, leading to broken dishes and plenty of frustration.
Oh no!
Time for a makeover. Wicket is off to the groomers to tame those old man eyebrows and freshen up his look. See the transformation as he goes from scruffy to stylish.
He was getting pretty scraggly looking.
Plus, watch as Jeremy goes in endless circles trying to find an elusive Amazon locker.
I'm literally driving around in circles right now.
Awesome.
From unexpected bumps to tricky turns, this adventure kept us on our toes every step of the way. So this sunset tonight is absolutely gorgeous. We could kind of see it from our site, but we had a lot of trees in the way, and so we took Wicket for a walk, and look at this absolutely gorgeous. It's like the sky is on fire back there.
This is a bust, I think. So we are at the annual Shrimp Fest in where?
Little River, South Carolina.
Little River. Okay. So anyway, we drove a half hour to get here, and then we rode a little shuttle bus from the parking lot to get in. Then it was $10 a person to get in, and this place is insane.
Yeah.
Like just stupid busy.
Yeah, I think everybody in like a 3-state radius is here today.
We can't even get in line to get something to eat. It's just stupid. So I'm leaving. We're leaving. I'm not doing this. This is just insanely crazy. So we tried. It was a bust. It's beautiful down here, though.
Yeah.
Like all this scenery on the water. But anyway, we'll leave. We'll go find ourselves a nice restaurant in town somewhere and have lunch. What you got there?
Crab cake sandwich and garlic red-skinned mashed potatoes.
All right. I got the shrimp and crab mac and cheese. I tried to get the lobster roll, and for a restaurant that has a lot of lobster items on their menu, they don't have any lobster. So I was disappointed about that. All right, so we haven't done much this week. We've been pretty much just holed up in our rig all week. We went out once or twice. You saw that we tried to go to that stinking seafood fest, but it was just crazy ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
But we're in Tabor City, North Carolina, and this is Carrolwoods Campground, and we are about to hit right there on the site, on the campground here is, what is it?
The Grapeful Sisters Vineyard and Winery.
So we've been trying to hit this place. They got some really weird hours. It's like 1 to 6 every day except Sunday.
No, it's even on Sunday.
Oh.
And then they're closed. No, I'm sorry, they're closed on Sunday.
Right.
Every other day is 1 to 6.
That's what I just said.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You see how that works, guys? Okay.
I thought you meant the times were different.
No. So
Okay.
anyway, the only other time that we went out, we went into Myrtle Beach, but we were on a mission there just for groceries.
Yeah.
Pretty much, I think it was groceries, and I had to find a hardware store because I've got some leaky. I got a leaky door on my pass-through, so I had to get some weather stripping for that, and I needed a new isolation valve for the black tank. I like to have 2 isolation valves on my black tank hose because I leave them hooked up all the time, and I don't even want to know what that's going to look like if that valve leaks by. So I always use 2. and I just recently found that one of them was leaking, so I had to replace that. So anyway, we went up to Myrtle Beach. The other thing was that restaurant that we went to, I wasn't super impressed with it. It was a nice setting, but the food was just okay. So first of all I was looking for was to get some lobster, and they didn't have any stinking lobster, none at all. Other than that, we haven't done a lot since we've been here. We're gonna check out this winery tonight. We're gonna hit the road again tomorrow, headed out to Charleston. So another, I don't know, how long is that drive tomorrow? It's not that long, a couple hours?
It's like 120, 140 miles.
Okay, so it'll be 3.5 hours for us probably. And so that'll be a good time. We were stationed in Charleston before in the Navy, twice actually. Once when we were first married. Ooh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then the second time from 2008 to 2012.
Oh, yeah.
So we're familiar with the area. We got some friends that we're going to see while we're there. And one's an old Navy buddy, and one's just some friends that we met while we were there. So it should be a good time, but we're going to go enjoy some wine right now. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. What did you think? I thought the wines were way too sweet.
Yes, but I was surprised. I remember the first time I had muscadine wine, I didn't like the flavor, but this time it wasn't bad. They were just too sweet.
Today is our underway day. We are going from southern North Carolina to Charleston, South Carolina, where we're gonna be for about 10 days. And here's the thing. We've been in this spot here for a whole week. And with as much traveling and moving around as we've done and as often as we've moved around, this last week has felt like an eternity. So it ought to be interesting to be in Charleston for 10 days. We haven't been in one place for 10 days. I don't even remember last time. I don't think we have been in the same place for 10 days since we hit the road. So anyway, today is an underway day, but before we get out of here, I wanted to address that winery last night. So all of their wines are made from the very sweet muscadine grape. And here's kind of the deal with that. They understand it's really sweet, but it was more about, we did a tasting, and it was more about how to use these wines in all sorts of manner besides actually just sitting down and having a glass of it. It was all about cooking with the wine. It was all about pairing with desserts and only drinking maybe, you know, an ounce or two of their wine at a time because it's so sweet. When I say that wine was sweet, there's sweet wine, and then there's this stuff, which was like syrup. Good setting though, really nice place, nice folks, just not my type of wine. If you gotta justify the existence of your wine, in my mind, then I don't know, it was just different. So anyway, today we're getting underway. I have something I want to show you guys though, or give you an update on. I think a couple of weeks ago, or maybe, I don't know, might have been a month ago or so, I bought this cord reel for the Starlink cable, and man, that thing's been a game changer as far as the Starlink system is concerned. It always got all tangled up and nasty because it wasn't just nice and neat and wound up. So I want to show you how I've been using that and kind of where I store it when we're underway. And you can see it just laying down on the ground over here. This thing's fine just sitting outside. For the most part, it keeps the water out when it gets rained on. It might get a few drips in there, but for the most part, this thing just sits outside on the ground whenever we're in port and we're using our Starlink system. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to disconnect the internet. I'm going to shut this Starlink system down, and I'm just going to show you how easy this cord reel works. Now, one thing that I like to do is when we ordered this last Starlink cable, it actually came with protective covers for both ends of the cable. So I like to put those covers on before I start winding this thing up, because what I do is I just leave that cable laying on the ground, and then I wind it up. And I want to be able to protect both ends of that cable as it's dragging across the ground. that's all there is to it, guys. This has made reeling and unreeling this Starlink cord so much easier. And then when I'm done with it, I've got a little spot that I hang it up right here in the pass-through. There we go. That's all there is to it. And as always, with all of these cool RV accessories, I'll go ahead and put the link for this thing down in the description. I'm pretty sure I got it on Amazon. I don't remember how much it was, maybe 20, 25 bucks, something like that. I don't remember, but I'll get that link put down there in the description for the video. Definitely the coolest morning we've had in a long time, so there was quite a bit of air I had to put in there. I think they were all down to about 73, had to air them all up to 80. It took about 7 or 8 pounds in the truck tires this morning, and about 6 or 7 pounds in all of the tires on the rig. So it's not cold out here, but it's definitely the coolest morning we've seen in a long time.
So we have had the worst travel day yet as far as damages. I lost the glass lid to my blue Pyrex, which was my mother's. I lost a salad bowl, which luckily I bought that at, I don't know, Walmart, so that doesn't matter. Both of the grates on the stove popped out. This one was on the floor. This one was resting on the island, scraped up. We've got dents here. Lovely. Luckily, it didn't damage the island surface. But now for the moment of truth. The door stayed closed. Not bad so far. We'll see if we had any glass breakage. I do try to, for the most part, cushion the glass bottles with plastic bottles. So hopefully... Big thing is, oh no! Okay, they just broke, so I'm using them tomorrow. So we are gonna make, we might be having egg salad sandwiches and scrambled eggs.
Can't even hard boil them.
I know. Oh, true. So, let's see how the Walmart eggs fared. Just as bad. Wicket's food started the day next to this bin and ended up behind. And then the medicine cap to the Pepto-Bismol was behind, but that always falls off, so. All right, so honestly, the fridge fared better than I expected based on the other damage. I don't see anything in here that is broken. Obviously, there was some shifting that happened, but that happens every trip. So a couple of videos ago, we showed you that one of the major problems is these shelves pop out of the kind of lock in the back and they slide forward, which pushes the doors open. So people had mentioned getting these foam pieces, shoving it back in here, and that would keep the shelf from popping up, which would keep it from shoving forward. Obviously that didn't work because those things keep falling out. So Jeremy recommended gluing them in place or heavy duty sticky tape. So we also talked about this thing and it seems to have worked. I mean, the doors didn't come open. My only concern is that when you get it kind of locked into place, it pops the doors out of the lock position, but they're still not moving. I mean, they're like a little loose, but they're not going anywhere.
So being the Navy guy that I am, or was, It just told Candace she needs to figure out how to stow for sea better. All of that stuff came out of the drawers, and it was all back in behind that drawer right there. So, baby, you need to figure out how to stow for sea better.
I thought I had it all down to a science. I haven't lost anything in weeks. Today was just atrocious.
Now, to be fair, we hit a couple of really big,
yes,
like bouncy porpoising bumps.
Oh my gosh. I knew when we hit those that we were going to have issues. I was not expecting this many issues. Luckily, we didn't break any of our plates because the bowls normally sit on top of the plates, and then our coffee caddy slides right here. Well, my glass coffee jar was up on top of the plates. All of this stuff that was in the bin was just kind of like thrown all over. The glasses were thrown over, but we didn't lose one glass.
You're lucky you didn't kill my whiskey glasses.
I was worried about it because we already lost one of them. So, yeah, we didn't lose any glasses. Nothing in this cabinet was affected. All of the damage seems to have been in this cabinet. The only other thing that we have is this. It was on the floor, and I don't know what it belongs to. Oh, I just found it. Okay. Here's new damages, but it's not that big of a deal. Ish.
Oh. Yeah, whatever. Man, we were really bouncing today. We've never had this much damage in here before. All right, we're gonna cut it. I don't know that we found it all, but if we find any more, we'll I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how angry and frustrated we are. We still have to go to the liquor store because we're out of some.
Somebody's out.
Yeah, I'm out of bourbon. So, never seen one of these before. I knew they were out there. I knew they existed, but I've never actually seen one. But I'm headed to Tommy's Car Wash. Never heard of that name either. It's early in the morning. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. Haven't even had a shower. But I wanted to check this place out because it's an automatic car wash that takes dualies. So instead of the normal like drive belt thing that you have to drive onto and it kind of latches onto your tire, they've got just a conveyor belt system. So you just drive onto this conveyor belt and then it rolls you right through, and they claim that they can accept dualies. So I'm gonna go try it. And the best part is that I got on the app, created an account with them, and if you do that, you get either your first wash for free, or if you go with a plan, right, a monthly plan, you get your whole first month of washes for free. So we're gonna go check this out. So that was definitely interesting how it just kind of rolls you right through there. I was even in kind of cockeyed. I was a little bit worried about the mirrors. It was a tight fit in there, and there was at one point, I think, maybe about a half an inch to an inch clearance. So I ended up just pulling them in. But that was actually pretty cool. So it's nice to know. Tommy's Car Wash, it'll do a dually. And so I'm going to get out here and just finish drying the rest of it off and do a little vacuuming. So today is grooming day for Wicket. He was getting pretty scraggly looking. He had his old man eyebrows going on. I could barely see, I think. So anyway, today's grooming day for him. I'm going to go pick him up. And I was reminded why I really don't like this area where we're at right now, North Charleston, South Carolina. When I left the rig, it was 7.3 miles and 27 minutes. is what Google said. It's a beautiful area. This whole Charleston, South Carolina area is super nice, but it is so freaking busy. 30 minutes to go 7 miles. It's a little ridiculous. Nope. All right, so got one more pickup to do. I got my new DC circuit breaker that feeds my inverter. It came in today. We got to pick it up. It's at an Amazon drop spot here somewhere.
Will be on the left.
Supposed to be at a speedway, but I don't see a speedway. Oh, I passed it up. I was supposed to do a U-turn. It didn't say do a U-turn.
100 feet, turn left. Take the next left, then turn left.
So now I got to figure out how to get there.
Take the next left, then your destination will be on the right.
Yeah, well, so technically that's true, but also technically
Your destination is on the right.
I can't get there from here. This parking lot does not connect with the Speedway parking lot. Well, it was nice somebody actually let me out. That's not very often that happens. Okay, so here's the Speedway. Now, where the heck is the Amazon drop box? I'm gonna guess it's inside. All right, we'll see. No, you stay here, buddy. You gotta stay here. Well, that was a bust. 5900 Rivers Road, Amazon Locker Speedway. That's where I'm at. All right, time to call the boss, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a problem.
What?
So I'm at Speedway. There are no Amazon drop boxes outside. I went inside and I asked the person working inside if there was an Amazon drop box here, and she said no.
Kind of weird.
So I don't know if you can get any information online anymore, information on the Amazon website, and it's kind of sketchy around here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
All right, so you're at DDS discounts.
No, I'm at Speedway.
Yeah, it's a Speedway, and then DDS discounts 5900 Rivers.
DDS discounts. I don't. All right, pull that up on. Let me pull that up on the map. It actually says it's DDS discounts is in the big parking lot that I was just in. I think. Yeah, behind me.
Yeah, it's a store.
Well, I don't know why Amazon says stinking Speedway. Now I got to go through a bunch of crap to get turned around, go in the other direction during all of this traffic. This is great. Whoop, sorry, buddy. I'm literally driving around in circles right now.
In a quarter mile, use the left
Awesome.
lanes to turn left.
Oh, and I'm going to go right back into the parking lot I was just in.
Woohoo!
Okay. Oh, I see the sign for DDS discounts now. Okay.
There you go.
All right. I'll call you if I have any more trouble.
Alrighty.
All right, Snookums, bye.
Bye.
What you doing? Up down. Go on. Get over there. Sit down there. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Huh?
Hi, buddy. What you doing? Did you get a haircut?
Oh my gosh.
So, tell me how your trip went.
That was so bad. And I went the way that you said this morning that it was stupid to go. So it took me like almost half an hour to get there.
Nice.
And then I had a train on the way back. So I crossed over the tracks, had to wait for the train. Then the train went by, crossed over the tracks, hung a right, but the train was going right. And so that I was on the road that perimeters the base there, the airfield.
Okay.
And then guess what? All of the people that were not going to the base had to turn right. So then the pad traffic was backed up again, and I had to wait on the train again.
Way to go.